Hello, my name is Jerry Green and I'm a very keen diver and underwater videographer. I have a YouTube channel, Jerry Green Diving, and I've been asked if I will just give some information about how I make the videos, what equipment I use and how I make my videos. So, I use a GoPro, just a GoPro. This is a GoPro 7, but I have used over the last few years a GoPro 2, 3, 4, I've skipped the 5 and the 6, and I'm on a 7. I also use a backscatter filter, so it's the dive filter 20 to 50 feet, unless I'm using my lights. And occasionally for macro I will use the 15 times magnifying lens. I will only use that if I've got the lights on for close-up. As well as the GoPro and the backscatter, I also use Sea Life Sea Dragon 2500 lumen lights. I have used other lights in the past, but these are the ones that give the best result. A nice wide range of light. I did start off just with one, but then I added a second one and it is much better. I use one of these clips to attach the GoPro, hook it onto a hook on my BCD, and then if I'm rolling backwards or jumping in and I need to take the camera with me, I also have that I attach to another ring there. Just turn the cameras in and then it's perfectly safe to roll backwards or jump in while it's attached to my BCD. I also make sure that I have the correct SD cards in. If you don't have the correct SD cards in, the GoPro 7 in particular, I don't know about the 8, but definitely the 7, it can overheat and that causes a condensation inside the case, and then you're left with a border of sort of a misty vision which spoils it. So the SD card is important as well. Now, when I'm videoing, if I'm just videoing out into the blue, I will use the filter. If I'm videoing against a wall or something close up, the filter comes up and both my lights go on. I won't put those on now because they are very bright lights. Same as if I'm using the macro lens, then obviously no filter, but the lights will come on. Now when I'm diving, I treat it a little bit like photography. So when you're doing photography above land, you frame the shot so that you imagine what is going to look nice inside the frame. And I do that with the underwater videography as well. I frame the shots to make sure that the light is in the right direction. It doesn't work so well if you're shooting into the light. I know sometimes you can't always choose if the whale sharks happen to be in a certain place. Sometimes you just have to shoot with the light looking in your lens, but obviously it's best to avoid it if you can. The other thing that I do is I hold it as steady as I possibly can, because although the GoPro 7 and the 8 have got built-in stabilisation, having a nice heavy camera tray, it stops this wobbling around and whizzing around all over the place with the camera. I don't like watching videos where the camera is moving around all over the place, so I try not to do that with my videos. So once I return home from the holiday, with memory cards full of video clips, what the next thing to do is then to put them on my computer, and I use Cyberlink Power Director to edit the videos. I like the Cyberlink Power Director. I think I'm on version 17 now, although over the years I've worked my way through a few versions. It's got a lot of potential. You can do a lot of things with your video clips. But I try to keep the editing as simple as possible. By using the red filter and the lights carefully, I tend not to have to do many alterations to any of the colour on the finished video. I tend to use the program mainly to edit just the best bits. If there are any wobbly bits, try to cut those out. I don't use transitions. I started off using them, but now I think it's much better not to have transitions. I also try and keep the text as simple as possible. I don't like writing, whirling and squirreling all over the place, so keep the text simple. No, or very, very few transitions. When I'm making the video, I take a lot of time choosing the right music. Now, the right music is a very personal choice, but for me, I like relaxing music to go with the relaxing underwater videos. Most of my music I will use YouTube royalty-free audio library. Occasionally I will use other sources and try to get it royalty-free, but every now and then you think you've used a royalty-free track, only to find out actually that the person whose music it is can actually monetize your video. Now that doesn't matter if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, but once you get over 1,000 subscribers, I prefer to use copyright-free music and know that any revenue from the video is going to be just for me. Obviously, I give credit to the musicians whose music I use. To sum it up, just a GoPro, backscatter filter, 20 to 50 feet. If I haven't got the filter down, then I use the lights, keep those on, and occasionally I will use the magnification lens. Keep it simple, frame the shot, make sure you have the proper SD card, have a focus on what you're looking for, try to keep it steady, and keep the editing as simple as possible. Simple, very, very few transitions, and just careful use of text, and hopefully you'll get some nice videos too. If you want to have a look at my channel, once again I'll repeat, it is Jerry Green Diving, and the diving there is from all over the world, many places in the Caribbean, Indian Ocean, Maldives, Philippines, Indonesia. So happy diving and happy videoing. These clips were filmed with just the red filter, the dive filter, 20 to 50 feet, but no lights. And these clips were filmed using the 15 times magnification lens and the lights, but no red filter. The next couple of clips were filmed using the lights and no red filter. I hope you found the video useful. If you'd like to watch my videos, then check out my channel. And if you'd like to subscribe, that's even better. Happy videoing, happy diving.